Welcome back on this glorious and challenging day. Thanks for joining me. When is a time that you are accused of something that you did nothing wrong and you should actually not apologize? Because I'm sure a lot of you, not all of you, some of you understood me, a lot of you are actually upset. Why should I apologize in situations that I'm right? And I'll tell you when you should not, when you don't have to. And even what I'm going to say is I'll try to be as clear as possible, but it's not 100%. I'll try to take care of 90%. If you are in a relationship where your spouse or your parent or your child is extremely unhealthy and they do it to you on a regular basis, it's a problem. It is a big problem, and definitely we need some intervention or therapy, or to go find out from a professional how to deal with it. No, throwing the person out of the house might not be the solution. Some people are willing to go to therapy, and some people, after weeks and months and years, they will notice it is their filthy glasses that made all the white cars around them look filthy. And with the help of the therapist or life coach, they get to take off their predisposition, their childhood emotional abuse, and then they go, oh my God, these are the cars that I looked at. They'll always look filthy. They're gorgeous. Yes, indeed. We look around the world and we think the world is what we see, but the world is how we see it. Let me say it again. Wow, I like that. We look around the world. I forgot it. It's okay. I'll have to listen to this recording because it just came out of nowhere. If you're living with someone, or if you're partners with someone in a business and they keep on going at you, that's the time that something larger needs to be done. But if you're in a public setting, shopping, a meeting, a gathering, where people just flip because there was a trigger, and this time you were the trigger out of the 50 people this morning, then you just apologize for the hurt that they have. You apologize for the hurt that they have. Might not be necessarily for what happened to you. We'll finish up with a very, very cute story. I was once in a synagogue and I was passing by this elderly individual about in his 70s. Oh my gosh. I was then about 22 years young. I love this man. And as I passed, I said, excuse me, I passed by him, and he just began to yell at me. I don't even know what he said, but he was yelling. And instantly, I said, age. Okay, I hope that won't happen to me when I get closer to 80. And very quietly, like sort of with my facial and hands expression, I apologized to him. Maybe I did say, I don't remember, quite a few years ago. And I sat down to do my own thing. And maybe karma happened here. Maybe karma. Because our natural instinct is, why are you yelling at me? I didn't touch you. I didn't hurt you. I said, excuse me. I passed by you. I didn't touch you. Most people would say, hey, calm down, you old man. Or calm down. Get the hell out of here. Excuse my language. Like, what are you yelling at me? But something clicked in my mind, even so many years before I read so much psychology and about the amygdala and about the subconscious mind. And the first thing that clicked in my mind was, he's an old man. They get nervous quick. Not that I say, hey, old man or woman, come yell at me. No, I'm not that type. Karma this time worked instantly. Usually takes a week, a month, 10 years, 20 years. It worked so nicely. As I sat 4 or 5 feet away from him doing my own thing, I noticed his presence is getting closer to me. I was a bit concerned because, so I quickly looked, now that I'm thinking about it, to protect myself, so to say, and he smiled, which shocked the living daylights out of me. And he smiles, and he said to me in Yiddish, and I'll translate in English, I'm so sorry for yelling at you like that. I'm just an old man. I was gonna give him a big hug. Oh, what a sweetheart. He said it, not me. Now, the ones listening to this that I'm not accepting anything in here, There's only one reason why you're not accepting it that I believe, unless you prove me wrong, which I don't mind because I want to learn. If you still have triggers, you're going to say, hell no, no one in the world. I don't care if they're old, if they're young, if they have issues. Don't let out your issues on me. And guess what? If you still have triggers and you feel that way, I'll have 3 words for you right now. I understand you. And perhaps after therapy, after you get help for all your triggers, listen to the series of this video 2 years later and you're gonna go, oh, that might make sense. But regardless of what I shared with you, I would love to hear your comments, your stories, your shock when you got shocked when someone out of nowhere yelled at you and it was really no reason and you might not even know till today. So let me just summarize in a few seconds. When you're apologizing to them, it's not that you did something wrong. You're apologizing for the situation and they feel that way because you really feel bad. The triggers will come through a bird. The triggers will come through the wind. The triggers might even come from their mind of people on the other side of the shopping mall that are about 50 feet away. Happens to be today you were the trigger. At the same time, whenever these people yell at me, I just feel like hugging them because I feel bad for them because I don't have too many of these type of triggers. I have other PTSD, but not with this. I feel like hugging them, and when I walk away sometimes for hours thinking, I say, how would I ever live if I was in their place? I wouldn't even go in a public setting. I most probably would be locked up in my house like I know other people are literally locked up in the house and barely go out. If they go out, it's after 10 or 11 or 12 p.m. And they tell me I don't want to see a soul. I get upset when I see some people late at night. I just want to walk out my house. I don't want to see a soul. And that's why not only do I apologize, because I'm not apologetic because I did nothing wrong. I apologize for their pain, for their hurt. But I also feel so much pain in my heart. How could a human being that's alive live with all these fears and triggers and PTSD? Thank you so much for listening. And please always do remember that you are greater than you think you are. And if you are one of those people that are always scared to be out there and to wonder what people think about you, and if the person really did look at you or didn't look at you, or when they whisper to their friend, you're convinced it's about you, feel free to book a session. I am here for you. Thank you for joining.